Hi everyone, and welcome to today's Hobbii Happy Hour, or as I said earlier, to Hobbie's Ho 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 P Hour. Because we're looking at our Christmas yarns today. Welcome one and all. My name is Louisa. Thank you so much for joining me today. Why did I take off my glasses? I don't know. I can't see. Sorry. I took them off earlier and then forgot to put them on. I think I was going to put in contacts and then I changed my mind about that. Anyways, hi everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Louisa. This is Matthias.
Hello.
He's here to help me out with all new fun things. He is here to make sure that you see codes, you see pictures, and you get to hear me and see me and everything. Thank you so much for joining us today. If this is your very, very first time joining, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a pretty simple concept. I will simply show you the yarns in our selection. I'll give you some extra information on them, some ideas on what you can make with them, so that if you are looking for some inspiration, you can find it right here. And we're offering you a discount on those yarns exclusively for the next 24 hours. The discount code this week is Happy20 for 20% off, and that code applies to all of our Christmas yarns. The code applies on top of the bulk discount. So if you can see, some of the yarns have a bulk discount, meaning if you buy more than one skein or if you buy more than 3 skeins, etc., the individual skein will be a little bit cheaper. If you do, say, buy 5 skeins and then you apply our code Happy20, that 20% goes off of that already discounted price. So Happy20 is valid on top of the bulk discount for our Christmas yarns today. I know it's quite early. I can imagine some of you might be saying, it's September. What is happening? But I am a slow crafter, and I know I've talked to about this a lot, and I've seen people in the chat say that they are in the same boat, and so I figured it makes sense to put the Christmas yarns on offer now so that you get a chance to actually get them before the Christmas season starts. So just to make sure that all those of you who need a little bit of extra time get the chance to actually get their hands on the yarns, we're offering 20% off this week on our Christmas yarns. Kim is saying, I just got back from a holiday in Denmark. I hope you had a lovely time, Kim. I hope you enjoyed. I hope, you had a great time. Did you go to Copenhagen, or did you go to somewhere in the countryside? I'd be curious to know, or did you go to the beach?
There is only two, like, it's either Copenhagen or countryside.
Yeah.
Aalborg, Aarhus, doesn't matter.
Never heard of them.
Doesn't exist.
Never been.
No.
I actually have never been. The only city in Denmark that I've been to is Copenhagen. Like city. And Frederiksberg I've also been to.
Yeah, sure.
For those of you who are wondering, so Frederiksberg is a city that is entirely surrounded by Copenhagen. So it is just its own commune and its own city, but it's within Copenhagen on all sides. And so, yes, I've been to Frederiksberg. I used to think it was just a part of Copenhagen, but it's not. Fun fact. I just saw someone saying, early enough would have been 2 years ago. Advance notice, Amelia said, well, you know, you have to have the yarns out before I can show them to you. As usual, 20% off with our code Happy20 for 24 hours. This time it does apply on top of the bulk discount, so you get a little bit of extra savings there. And you should be getting a message in your inbox if you've commented on this stream. That works on Facebook and that works on Instagram as well. On YouTube, Matt has pinned a link for you that leads you to our landing page that we've built. That landing page has our... Interesting. Kristen is saying that the discount doesn't apply on top of bulk. We'll check on that in a second. Okay. Matt's going to check it out and see if he can fix it. Just to double check, I might have missed... to tick a box. All right, I'm gonna just continue while Matt handles that. So we've got the discount, we've got the yarns. There's a lot of them, so it's gonna be, I'm gonna try and be quite quick. On top of that, we will show you some ideas on what you can make for the Christmas season as well. So these patterns that I've selected for you today don't necessarily apply to the yarns that I'm showing you. It's more like also additional inspiration for some amazing Christmas crafting. You can find those on the landing page as well. Like I said, you should be getting a message when the when you've commented on our stream on Facebook and on Instagram. Is it available already? Nope. That's correct. It's set up correctly. It should apply. Can you try if it works for you?
I'll try it.
On the Jolly Sock Ball specifically. Because that's the one that gave the error. Let's see.
Oh, exciting, huh?
Yeah,
The
Matt's
suspense.
checking it. Sorry, but I need to, like, I just want to make sure that it works. It can't be used. We will investigate. We will make sure that by the end of the stream or after the stream the code works. So I'm sorry if it's not working right this second. We will investigate and get back to you ASAP to try and fix it. Sorry about that. There seems to be some issue and I can't figure out what it is right now. So, yeah. In addition to some amazing yarns and some amazing giveaways, we also have, and some inspiration, we also have 3 giveaways today. The first one, we will take a look in a second at some projects that you have made and posted in our live streaming group. If you've not joined the group yet, it's called the Hobbii live streaming community and you can find it on Facebook. And we're going to find our first giveaway winner amongst everyone who posted this last week. We will also twice look in the chat for our winner, and whoever gets chosen there will announce, and we will make it very clear when it's time to participate. So strap yourselves in, let's get started. We'll do it after Matt, there's no point. Matt's trying to figure it out, but the problem is I can't focus because I can see what he's doing on the screen. So I think we're gonna have to just accept. Can you try if it works on one other product?
Yeah, I'll try it. Yeah, because the only thing is it might not be in the collection. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's why
yeah.
I thought maybe try if it works with a different.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't be that error message. That's kind of what worries me. Okay. We will look into this.
For now, you can look at the yarns.
For now, you can look at the yarns. We will make sure that the
sure.
discount code works ASAP. I'm very sorry for the inconvenience. We're trying to figure out what is happening there. All right, let's get started and let's look at some yarns because that's what we're here for. So let's get started with some cottons. And this year's Christmas range actually includes quite a lot of cotton yarns. So what we've got for you here is the Rainbow Cotton Gold and Silver packs. So these are packs of 6 of 8/4 cotton. That is a 4-ply cotton yarn. It's a fingering or sock weight. And we've got it with silver glitter and gold glitter. These come in only this range of colors, so it's a very limited color range that we've got. But I do have an individual skein that I can show you here. Oh, we need to set up the close-up cam, Matt. There we are. So as you can see here, the Rainbow Cotton 8/4 glitter is a 100% cotton thread. It's a 4-ply cotton thread that then has a polyester glitter thread wrapped around it. You've got it in a white base color and a red base color with the glitter, and then you also get individual skeins in just without the glitter. Got it here with the gold. The silver one is still in its packaging, but I'm just going to quickly rip that open so I can show you as well. So these are both part of the color pack. Each of these skeins runs you for 160 meters or 174 yards. It is a recommended hook or needle size of 2.5 to 3.5, and you can machine wash them at 40 degrees. As they're cotton, you can also machine wash them at a higher temperature. Just be advised that they may fade a little bit faster, although if you're working with white, that doesn't really matter. But this is what the silver looks like. Here we've got the gold for comparison, so you can see them next to each other. and they are from our rainbow cotton line. So they are compatible with the other rainbow cotton yarns that we have. Not to be confused with our Friends cottons, which we will get to in a sec as well, because we have a Friends cotton pack on top of it as well. So the Rainbow Cotton 8 for silver pack, like I said, 6 skeins, 175-ish yards each. Rainbow Gold cotton pack, same thing, same base color, so you get a green, a red, a brown, a white, and then you get the white and the red with the glitter thread each. These are part of today's offer. Like I said, I know that the code is currently not working. We will fix that after the stream as fast as we can, so that you can all get the chance to actually grab yourselves your Christmas yarns at the discount as intended. So these are the first yarns I have for you today. From there, we're going to move straight to the next cotton pack, which is another pack of 6. Again, an 8/4 cotton. So same principle as before, except these are now Friends colors. So these are our Friends colors, Friends cotton colors, or Friends colors. You get more ASMR of me opening the package because I want to show you these individual skeins as well. Where with the previous one, you got 2 skeins of glitter. In these packs, you'll get 2 of print yarn. So this is the Friends cotton print. Sharon is saying the Happy 20 code works, the Happy 40 does not. I think it was a mistake, but we tried the Happy 20 and it didn't work for us. So it seems to be it might be a US specific thing then, because it appears to be working for others. We're now trying different markets to see if it's something we did, if it's something I did specifically wrong for the US. Nope.
Peculiar.
We'll look into it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what, and I can't fix it. So it works on some yarns. Or it works wherever Cecilia is shopping. Cecilia's in Sweden.
I can check how that one looks.
I'm like, what did I do wrong? And the thing is also, I test these I test these every time, and I didn't today. Because I just went, well, it's gonna work. Yeah, but that has nothing to do with it. Like I said, we'll look into it after, Matt. There is no point looking into it now.
There's no point.
Because I can't host while we're doing this, so... And unless we just turn up the music again and show you the countdown one more time, there's no point fixing this right now. So, anyway, let's talk yarn. And like I said, we'll fix the code after. I'm really sorry, everyone. I will also extend it a little bit to make sure that you all get the chance to shop for 24 hours, as it should normally be. Kristen is saying, please proceed, we'll wait on an update. I know, but it's so hard when you see what's happening, you know? So, just for comparison, here you get Friends colors and you get Friends print instead of the gold and silver. So here you get 6 skeins, again, 175 yards, again, 4-ply cotton yarn, recommended hooker needle size of 2.5 to 3.5. The difference between Friends cotton and rainbow cotton at the end of the day is the color palette. And so we do have a glitter version of the rainbow cotton, which is why we have the color packs that have the glitter in rainbow cotton, and we have a print version of the Friends cotton, and therefore that's what's in the Friends cotton color packs. So you can go ahead and grab yourself some lovely, lovely cotton yarns. These 4-ply cottons are amazing for any kind of decoration. You can use them very well also for clothing. If you're looking to make maybe something like some Christmassy pot holders, if you want to make something like maybe a little place setting or something like that, they withstand high heats. They're just a very, very durable, very versatile material, and they're washable. So great cotton yarns for everyday use. The Friends pack also comes in a few different color varieties. So here you actually get some blues as well, in addition to the greens and reds and browns and glitters. So there's a few more color options for you there, along with the prints. So these are our cotton packs that are all part of our Christmas line. If you've been a longtime fan of our Rainbow Cotton or Friends Cotton, you will be familiar with these yarns, and you can now just grab them kind of assorted in these lovely colors. We do have one more cotton yarn as part of this year's Christmas line, and it is Sultan Cotton. So Sultan is a 4-ply cotton yarn, like Rainbow Cotton, like Friends Cotton, except here the 4 plies are not twisted together. So you instead have them just sitting next to each other in this thread. You still work them up all at the same time. You just kind of have to make sure you hold them together. I know that for beginners this can be a little bit tricky. I know one trick is to put them through a woolen bead, which will then keep them together between the cake and the needle or hook. Or just to put a little counterweight on them as well, and just be a little bit careful, because you do not want to accidentally miss one of these 4 as you work it up and then just have it kind of hanging out and ruin the look of your project. One of these runs you for 800 meters, that is 875 yards. It is also a fingering or sock weight yarn, and again, recommended hook or needle size is between 2.5 and 3.5. So very similar, but not quite. I mean, and show them next to each other as well to give you a little bit of a comparison. On the Sultan, because you have the 4 plies not worked up together, the thread is a lot more bouncy, has a lot more fluffiness to it, and is overall a lot more airy, whereas here you do get just a very run-of-the-mill cotton thread. That just means that if you work them both up, this one is going to be a little bit more structured, a little bit more tight, whereas this one is going to be a little bit more lighter, a little bit more airy, which makes Sultan an amazing choice for things like shawls, for things like light tops, or also for anything that you want to have that little bit of kind of a lightweight fluffiness to it. It's not fluffy, but you know, kind of airy is what we're looking for probably with the word here. So this is Sultan Christmas, which comes in a total of, I believe, 4 different colors. Matt's going to pull those up for you right now so you can check them out. We've got the kind of classic, the one I've shown you, which is the green, red, and white. We've got some more reddish, brownish shades, and we've got a blue one for all of you who love blue. Someone is asking, why would you use one of the 4 plies over the other? So if you're comparing the Sultan with the cotton yarns, the biggest difference is just how they drape. One of them is going to be a lot lighter, a lot more airy. So if you're working with something like a nice big shawl and you want it to be kind of a little bit less structured and a little bit more flowy, you would go more towards the cakes that are not twisted. Whereas if you want to make an amigurumi, for instance, you instantly would like something to have a little bit more you instantly get something that is a little bit more structured, a little bit more tight, which again, depending on what you're looking for in your make, you would then adjust based on that. So this is Sultan Christmas, our Christmassy Sultan for all of you who love these cotton cakes and want to make a cute Christmas project with them this year. We've got you covered with these 4 colors. Oh, Barrett is asking for the other color I have in front of me. I only have one more of the Sultan colors here, and that is this one. So here you can see you get the like nice dark red to white gradient. One thing that's really cool with how the gradient is made in Sultan is you have these 4 plies, right? And then one after the other changes color until you go from 4 to 3 to 1, 2 to 2, 1 to 3, and then you again go to a 3 to 1, 2 to 2, etc. until you end up with 4 same colored in the middle again. So you have same colored, and in between it'll be one very long, very soft gradient. So that was Sultan Christmas for all you Christmas lovers. Matt, do you know what time it is?
Is it maybe group time?
It's time to check out what everyone in the group has been working on. So, for those of you who do not know, we have a live streaming group here on Facebook. It is called the Hobbii live streaming community, and it is a very fun, very empowering and positive space where we all get together and we chat about things that have been happening on lives. We also make sure to broadcast the lives in that group, and of course we also talk about other things. And so for the last few weeks I have been asking people to upload pictures of what they're currently working on into the group. Tell us a little bit about what they're working on. We did acknowledge that not everyone always has a project, so we accepted pictures of your stash in place of that as well, and maybe you could tell us what people are going. Ruth is saying her chat isn't updating, but yes, I can see yours, Ruth. I can see your comment, no problem. So you should be there. And Mary Lynn is asking if we're shipping to Canada. Yes, we do ship to Canada. So in that group, I've been asking people for the last few weeks to share their current projects. And every week I go through, I take some of them and put them in a little slideshow. And in addition to that, everyone's names who posts gets thrown into a bucket or, well, basket to be exact. And so we are going to pick our first giveaway winner amongst the people who participated. If you want to join the group, it's on Facebook. It's called the Hobbii live streaming community. I make sure every weekday to go through and accept all new member applications. You should also be getting a follow-up message to this live stream on Messenger that also includes the link to that group at the very end. So you should be seeing that there. And let's take a look at what everyone's been making, and then we're going to find our winner. So we can see this one's actually been posted a lot over the last few weeks, and I can see that Brandy finished or is very close to finishing the Hello Kitty blanket that she's been working on for a long time. This is actually one of my favorite parts of this journey of the last few weeks of asking people to upload pictures. It's actually been seeing people actually work through their projects and adding more and more. We've got this really cool one from Ellie. It's going to be a horse. Val's been working on these rainbow glitter roses for quite a while, and so it gets more and more and more every week. We can see Carol is currently working on this little mat that is for pet food bowls, or I mean, I suppose you could also use it in other capacities, but that is what it is for, in ribbon. Kristen's been working on this really cool blouse. I'm sorry, some of the pictures are cropped a little awkwardly, but that's just because I didn't know how to crop it to fit it into the frame, and the frame's like set up to fit perfectly across the screen. So Ashley's been making these little hair bows. We've got Rivki, who's been making a little sweater vest. That's actually a hard word to say. Jean has been working on her Halloween-y decoration projects. Stephanie, who also over the last few weeks has been posting some updates on her blanket in Fruta. We've got Elizabeth, who has 2 projects on her needles at the same time, one of them in our Christmas sock yarn, or jolly sock yarn, I should say. Oh no, that went too fast. Erica, who has been working on a little army of frogs, it would appear. Rachel, who posted a cat. Always love when there's a cat. Deborah, who ran out of yarn making the romance shawl, so there are some flowers missing, I believe. There's also Amanda. There's Stormy, who just finished this shawl. We've had Nicole working on a blanket. There's been Deb working on a sweater. We've had Linda, who has been knitting with our Halloween yarn. We've had Carmen, who is working on our Moonlight Magic Cal. I'd be really curious to see if anyone else is working on that. Hope, who is making this alpaca project, I believe. And those are the ones for today. There were many more. I'm very sorry if I didn't put yours in. I try to kind of go through and not really pick and choose and more sort of go, well, this is crochet, then we're going to do one knit, etc. But I kind of try to limit myself to around 20 just to make this segment not become too long. But I did make sure to like every project that I looked at. So just to give you the kind of notification that I did see your work and that I really, really enjoy seeing what everyone's been working on. I am still working on a little beanie for a baby in pumpkin colors. If you'll remember last week, I wore the little kind of hood that I made, and I used the leftover yarns from that. I actually did run out of yarn. I have one skein left, so I'm going to have to add another skein to it. I thought I could just use the leftovers for the beanie, but it turns out that babies have surprisingly bigger heads than I thought. The first bonnet I made was way too big. Now the second beanie I made was way too tiny, so I had to add more yarn to it. It is how it goes. But thank you to all of you who have been posting in the group and also commenting, because that's the other thing. I love how encouraging everyone is of the many, many projects. I also saw that some of you have posted multiple projects, which I love seeing as well, as someone who also usually has a few whips happening. So now we're going to find this week's first winner of a gift card worth $25 or equivalent in your currency amongst the people who posted. I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to go into, I'm going to give you some ASMR.
Fall leaves.
And our winner today is Amber Müller. Amber or Mueller, depending on how it's pronounced. Amber, congratulations. You are winner number 1 today. You will receive a gift card worth $25 or equivalent in your currency. Please, Amber Mueller, or Müller, please send us an email to live@hobbii.com and we will get your gift card to you ASAP. Please do include which domain it is that you shop from or which country you're located in so we can make sure to make it out for the correct store. Amber, congratulations, you are winner number 1. And don't be sad, everyone, there's so many names in the basket. We will continue doing this, so be sure to keep posting in the live streaming group. And yeah, I hope everyone got a little bit inspired by what everyone else has been posting. Congrats to our first winner. The other 2 winners today will be drawn from the chat, so don't worry, don't stress. We will have some more winners today, and I'll make sure to let you know when it's time to be active in the chat. Now, I think what is next, we're going to do a switcheroo, Matt. I'm going to do the yarns first, okay, and then we're going to do the patterns, just because I feel like I want to show some more yarns. Did you find the universe by any chance?
I found more Christmas yarns, but no universe, sadly. Yeah.
So one of the yarns that's in this next category we don't actually have in the studio, which is very sad. However, we're going to start with it. We do have a universe Christmas version, and this is universe, where last week for Halloween we had universe XL. So for Christmas we have universe Christmas, which comes in these 4 beautiful Christmassy colors. It's an acrylic yarn made from like very bouncy, very loosely twisted acrylic thread with a 2% polyester part, which is the glitter thread that is wrapped around it. The color change on Universe is super, super soft and nice, and it is a fingering or sock weight yarn with a recommended hook or needle size of 3 to 4 millimeters. It can be machine washed, and I actually selected projects from the user gallery, so I don't know why you're showing these.
Oh, I just wanted to show the colors. Yeah. That's
why I put projects for you to show. I love how Matt was just like, I know what I'm doing. I'm like, Matt, I put work into this. So Universe Christmas comes in these cakes of 500 yards, and you can use it for many cute projects. I selected a few different ones for you here from the user gallery, like, for instance, these super cute Christmas decorations by Rio. These, I think, were just a really nice way to show that you can make small projects even if there's a lot of yardage. Rachel made this super cute cushion cover, which I love because you can also use it year-round, really. I mean, it is Christmas colors, but still. Nicole made this super beautiful scarf, also again perfect for Christmas. And then Kathleen made this super cool market bag or tote bag out of 3 big granny squares, which I love as well, because again, it is seasonal, but you don't have to work it. Kelso was saying in the chat, Happy 20 does not work. We know. We're on it. We just can't fix it while we're live. We'll have to fix it afterwards. So we'll have to figure out a solution after the stream because I can't host and fix it at the same time. And it is me who is supposed to fix it. So I'm very sorry about that. We will fix it right after the live. And we will make sure that it is valid for 24 hours from then on. So you're not losing any shopping time. Some people say it seems to be depending on the yarn. I think it depends on the country that you're shopping from. I think it seems to work in some countries and not in others. But we'll have to investigate that after because I can't do it now because that's going to probably take me half an hour. And I would like to rather talk about yarns with you guys.
Yeah, we're live. We can't just pause it all. Yeah.
No, remember Black Friday last year when the website went down while we were live?
That was great.
I think both Jaya and I still have a little like lingering like shock from that. Honestly, that was not fun.
But we did that. We made a crash, Louisa.
We
are strong here in the live shopping universe. You guys are strong, community-wise.
Yes, that you are, and we are very glad that you're here with us. Mistakes and all. Oh, Kelso's saying I'm joining late. I just wasn't sure if it was because of the bulk discount. I think it is because of the bulk discount, but it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to apply on top. That was the whole point of it. So I did something wrong, but I can't figure it out. So I'm very sorry. But yeah, we'll fix it ASAP. The next yarn I have for you is Starlight Christmas. And so Starlight Christmas actually is also user gallery. I forgot to put that in the script.
Yes, okay.
So it's already, you could already put it in.
Okay,
yeah. Starlight Christmas is a wool and polyamide blend. It's 60% wool, 25% polyamide, and then 15% is a reflective thread. And reflective thread simply means that you can kind of see it here. If it gets hit by light, it will reflect that light. So perfect for the darker seasons. Important to note, you can see it's kind of sparkling already a little bit in the studio light. It really, really lights up when it's darker, which of course we can't really simulate here, and then it gets hit by a phone flash, for instance, so it shows up a little bit better like that. And it is perfect. Hello, now I need to turn off my... I put in a picture that shows how it looks in the dark.
Oh, you have one? Okay,
yes.
yeah,
I'm way ahead of you, Matt. So it is perfect for outerwear, for accessories, for things that you're going to wear while outside, so they give you a little bit of extra visibility. I think it's important to note this is not protective equipment, so don't just rely on the fact that you have a little bit of reflective thread if you're in low visibility conditions. I don't think anyone would, but I felt like maybe I should give this little what do you call it? PSA. Katrina saying it will reflect really well. It does, but yeah, not the same way that like a proper reflective vest would. So just keep that in mind. I would maybe use it in addition to proper visibility protective wear rather than instead of. But you could make things like cute little hats. I have a friend who has a little keychain she made that she has on the back of her backpack to kind of mark that a little bit better. And you can make many really cute projects. I did pick some from the user gallery, so we can show them now. So you will see a trend because 3 of these are beanies, because a lot of people make beanies, and Nico uploaded a picture that shows you what it can look like in the dark if you flash your phone at it. So a really, really cool effect. And then I love that Catherine made a dog sweater out of it, because your dog also should get a little bit of added visibility when out in the colder and darker months, and also a little bit of warmth. And Connie's picture also shows really nicely how the light reflects. So this is what it looks like. And yeah, it's important to note it's not glow in the dark or anything. It's genuinely just reflective, meaning you have to shine a light on it to get that reflective effect. Because I know when I worked in customer service, we would get a lot of disappointed emails of people who had expected this to be glow in the dark yarn as well. Anna's asking, I have a hotel cushion. I want to crochet a cover for it. What kind of yarn would I recommend? I think for that, I would go with something either 100% cotton or a cotton linen or cotton viscose blend. So I would kind of turn my eyes towards maybe rainbow bamboo, or maybe just our pure cotton yarns, maybe even a mercerized cotton to make it extra smooth. Because of course, if you're actually using the hotel cushion to sleep on, you want something super soft. If possible. So I think those would be what I would be looking at, also because those yarns are really easy to take care of and you can machine wash them very easily. If it's just decorative, I would say that maybe also something like Twister Solid could be a good choice, or Friends Wheel. But yeah, if you're sleeping on it, I would go with the kind of cotton viscose, maybe cotton linen, something like seashell that is a little bit softer as well. I wouldn't go full Olivine, for instance. I think might be a bit too scratchy because of the linen. So that's kind of what I would recommend. But a really cool project. And I know, because I too have hotel cushions at home, they are massive. So good luck with that project. That's a lot of working up. So on a Stardate Christmas, you get around 70 yards of material. The recommended hook or needle size is a 5.5 to 6.5, and this yarn is also machine washable. It does include wool, so just bear that in mind. It is not very scratchy. It has, in my opinion, a very nice kind of perfect woolly surface, but if you're very sensitive to it, in addition to the reflective thread, that might be an issue. So if you're making a hat, just kind of be advised to make sure that it might, you know, be a bit itchy on your forehead. You can always, of course, turn it into something like a bigger scarf that you'd have around your shoulders or something like that if you still want that added bit of visibility as you're out. Have we shown the colors?
Again?
Katrina says not to sound dumb, but what is a hotel cushion? It's just a very big pillow. The ones that, you know, when you're in a hotel and they have two pillows, one that is the size for regular sleeping and one that just sits against the headboard, kind of that. So it's something like that. I don't know if it's specifically a Swedish thing to refer to them as hotel cushions. At least that's the word that I learned for them after living in Sweden. But it's just a big pillow. All right, so this was our Christmas starlight, for those of you who want a little bit of light reflected into the world. And we're going to move on to our last yarn in this category, and this one is a new one. This is one that we haven't had in previous years, and this is, I think, the most Christmassy looking yarn that we have. It's called Diamond Dust. It's an 80% polyester and 20% metallized polyester blend. It is this. It's essentially tinsel in a yarn. So have you ever wanted to crochet or knit with tinsel and then kind of realized, or not tinsel, what's the other thing called? What do you call these? Like a garland? Because in my head, I would call all of that tinsel, honestly. I don't know if it has a specific...
I've never even heard the word tinsel before, so
okay.
I gotta say I don't know.
Are you one of those only ornaments on the tree kind of people?
I mean, yeah.
Who don't do any of this.
But I also never heard that in English.
Yeah, but
what that is. Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Interesting. What would you call this in Danish?
You maybe call it like a type of guirlande, maybe?
Yeah. Anyway, have you ever wanted to crochet or knit with these? Because now you can. So as you can see here, it's kind of an eyelash yarn really, but instead of the fibers that you would normally get with an eyelash yarn, you essentially get tinsel fibers. So you can use this really for really fun projects. If you're making stockings this year, you could maybe make a little border at the top with this. If you're making Christmas hats, you could make baubles out of this, or pom-poms to go on the hat. If you are making a Christmas sweater, maybe you could do a cuff out of it. If you want to kind of, I would say, slightly, yeah, if you want to make something kind of slightly extra festive, you can use this yarn. It's brand new. It is, I think, we all agree, it is for a fun effect. It's not a yarn that you use, I don't think, to make something super subtle. This is the exact opposite of subtle. This is Christmas exploding in your face. You could, of course, use this to make ornaments. I kind of have half a mind to make a Christmas tree skirt and then use this to make a border around that or something, because I've been meaning to make a Christmas tree skirt for the last few years, because my Christmas tree every year just kind of sits on the naked floor, and I kind of want to change that. And so this is very much like a perfect yarn to just give that little bit of extra festiveness for all your projects. The recommended hook or needle size is a 5 to 6 millimeter, but as usual with these kinds of yarns, you can go bigger or smaller. The smaller you get, the more of these fibers will get kind of trapped in the more dense fabric, meaning you'll get a little bit less of that effect. And you can, of course, also use this in combination with another yarn. So you can kind of use it the way you would use any kind of eyelash yarn as well. It's just with that extra little bit of fun and Christmas added to it. A trim on a stocking is what Christy says. Yes, I would say something like that. You could also do a garland for your tree. You could use, I think you could genuinely just use this to decorate your tree as well if you wanted it. Ruth is saying I would call that tinsel. Di is asking if it would be itchy. So it's very, very thin fibers, so there isn't a whole lot of it. But yes, I do imagine that this would at least tickle. I don't think if it would itch that much. I would say more this is going to tickle you. So if you turn this into a sweater, maybe don't, if you're sensitive around your neck, maybe don't make that where you put it, but instead put it maybe on the cuff where you're less sensitive, most likely. But it is just a really, really fun yarn for this Christmas season, and it's new. We only had it this year. Our product manager, Kat, apparently saw it and said, this one. We need this one. And everyone looked at her and said, really? And she said, you don't understand. This is so fun. This is exactly what we need to have that little bit of a just fun and funky yarn as well for the people who really like to go all out for Christmas stuff. So this is Diamond Dust, our Christmas explosion yarn, I would say, and you get 130 yards on one of these skeins, and I look forward to seeing what everyone makes with this. This is the one yarn from our Christmas line that I'm fairly certain I'm going to get for myself, to just maybe even just use it as it is to wrap up some presents and just give it that little bit of extra fun. Fun fact, come from one of those households that only does ornaments on the tree and like only very like a lot of like wooden ornaments and stuff. And then 3 years ago now I started getting my own Christmas tree because I now have my own apartment. And within one day, within literally first year I think I did ornaments mostly. Second year my entire tree top to bottom was just tinsel and ornaments, of course. But I've just discovered I love a tree that is very maximalist, very, I don't want to say tacky, but my tree is pretty tacky if I'm being honest. Like I went holographic tinsel. Like that's where I went holographic. I wanted it to look a little bit like a tree that was kind of caught in a snowstorm. So you barely see any tree, you just see hollow glitter. And so I think this is right up my alley for Christmas decorations. So this was Diamond Dust, and with that we're going to take a little break from yarns, because not only have I selected a lot of lovely yarns to show you today, and we are going to fix Happy 20 so it works. If it kills me, we're going to figure out how to fix that. But I also got some lovely inspiration for you. So if you're still looking for a project to make for this upcoming season, here is a selection of some... Oh, interesting! Jax is saying loose metallic strings on the tree is called lametta, which is the German word for it. I just kind of assumed that lametta and that like tinsel was the English word for lametta. Learned something new. A full tree is a happy tree, says Melanie. I agree. I did select some lovely patterns to show you all. So for instance, if you were thinking of making a Christmas sweater this year, we have quite a few. This is a design by Manatee Squares, and it is the Christmas Lights sweater, which we have right here actually. It is a super cozy crochet sweater with this fun Christmas lights design. Comes in sizes extra small to 5XL. So this is the Christmas light sweater. We also have this beautiful Dancing Joy Christmas sweater, and would you know, it's the next one that I actually also have here in person. Here we go. This is the Dancing Joy Christmas sweater, which is a beautiful knit sweater and has this super cute little gingerbread people dancing between trees design. This pattern is available in sizes extra small to 2XL. I would on a normal day model these for you, but I am already very, very hot and I do not actually want to put on a wool sweater right now. It is still September after all. For kids, how about this one? This is the Reindeer Kids sweater, a adorable little crochet design. You can make this for kids aged 1 to 8 years, unless they're a little bit older. Katrina is now saying she's always referred to the loose pieces as tinsel, and then kind of what I tried to compare diamond dust to would have been a tinsel garland. So interesting. I really, really love seeing like the different, like what people use, what words people use for things. All right. This is another adorable design, and we actually have it in an adult's version and a kid's version, same as the Christmas light sweater as well, by the way. This is the Candy Cane Stripes sweater, another crochet pattern. Again, for kids aged 1 to 10 years, or for adults, sizes extra small to 3XL. So a lot of different options there as well for this very cute design. And finally, we have a few more. This is another knit one. This is available in sizes medium to extra large. It is the Huldestry sweater.
Huldestry?
Huldestry. I looked it up. It's a Danish word. It is a type of lichen. It is called the it is something like Methuselah, you know, like the very old man. It's like old because he's an old man, and it's like an old man's beard.
What's his name again?
Like in German, it's Methuselah.
I wouldn't even begin to know.
That's
okay,
fine.
yeah.
This is the Huldestry sweater, and I think it's old man's beard is the English word for this type of lichen, which is what the sweater is named after. Either way, it's a beautiful, beautiful knit design. And finally, another crochet design for kids. It's the penguin sweater. That's not even like Christmas. So if you want something that is seasonal but doesn't scream Christmas, then the penguin sweater might be for you, because penguins are just adorable any time of the year. And finally, another crochet design for adults. Here we have the Christmas landscape sweater, available in sizes small to extra large. It's another crochet pattern. I have made sure to put all of these on the landing page, and you should be getting messages in your inbox that link you to that landing page where you can find all of these patterns. You can also, on our website, actually, when you go to patterns, filter for occasions. So there you can also make sure to filter and only look at Christmas patterns if you want to check those out. Yeah, people are saying that the Happy 20 basically applies until you get to the bulk discount. Yes, but the problem is it shouldn't. But the way it is set up, it shouldn't do that either. So we're trying to figure out why it is. I'm going to fix it right after the stream. I'll figure it out, and just bear with me. Try again, like maybe an hour after we've been live. It should work for everyone. I'm very, very sorry. There's a little bit of, yeah, something's off. We have now reached our next milestone. So it is time for our next giveaway. We will now find a winner for a gift card worth $25 or equivalent in your currency from the chat. All you've got to do in order to participate is type our secret code word into the chat, and the secret code word will appear above me in a second, and it is hashtag giveaway. So type hashtag giveaway in the chat. You can participate on Facebook and YouTube for a chance to win a gift card worth $25 or equivalent in your currency. If you're watching on Instagram, I'm very sorry that we cannot offer the giveaway for you, but I hope that you are enjoying the show nonetheless, and I will make sure to fix the code for you ASAP. Lauren says, does the 20% work on top of the bulk discount? It would, normally. I just have to figure out why it currently doesn't. But yes, it is supposed to work on top of the bulk discount. Alrighty. We've got 1 minute left to make sure you type hashtag giveaway in the chat to participate on our second giveaway of the night. We have about 6 or 7 more Christmas yarns coming after the break. We have a lot more. It's a lot of yarns today. I think it's more than 30. So I hope that you enjoy getting a closer look at this collection. And I know it feels a bit strange to already have Christmas decor up in September, unless you're the type of person who keeps it up year round, which I've also encountered, and I've also kind of done before, where in my old apartment, in my flat share, we had this Christmas wreath that I bought that was, again, very corny, very over the top, very glittery. And somehow we put it up on the door and then no one ever took it off. And so we ended up having it on the door for about 9 months. I think we took it off around September time, the year after we'd put it on. Lauren is saying she'll just wait a little while until after the live finishes. I will make sure that when I fix the code, I'll make sure that I'll set it up for long enough so that you guys actually will get a chance to use it for the full 24 hours that it's supposed to be valid for. So I really apologize for the inconvenience. And we have our second winner of the night, and it is Tommy Ann Cezanne. Tommy Ann, congratulations. You win a gift card worth $25, and in order to get your code, dear Tommy Ann Cezanne, please send us an email to live@hobbii.com. Tommy Ann, congratulations, winner number 2. Please send us an email to live@hobbii.com.
Dankeschön.
There you go. Ashley saying, I still have hearts from Valentine's on my door. That is very, very cute, though. And hearts are very much, you can have hearts up all the time. I also think that you can have Christmas up all the time, because it's just happy and fun and nice. Who doesn't love a bit of seasonal festive cheer? And I'm not even, like, I wasn't raised with any particular religion or anything. I just do Christmas because I think it's fun. I like lights. I like glitter. I like Christmas trees. I think they look fab. I like getting presents. I love giving presents. That's an interesting one for you. Are you more of a gift? Like, what do you like more? Do you like giving gifts or receiving gifts more? Because I think most kids like getting gifts more, because as a kid, it's nice getting things. But as I've gotten older, I've discovered that the true joy of Christmas for me is the giving. It's like I am that person that will give you a gift and then look at you very expectantly as you open it and kind of just be like. I also put a lot of effort into wrapping normally. So you can always, if you look under the tree, you can usually tell which ones are my presents, because they will look a little over the top. They will look like someone decided to spend way too much money on wrapping paper, which is massively wasteful, but still. Would love to know what everyone's thoughts on this are. Our next category is actually going to be all of our sock and wool yarns, and I think we only have one of them to show, actually. The rest appear to not be in the studio. So what I have for you is our Jolly Sock Wool, which is a beautiful Christmas sock wool, similar to the Scary Sock Wool I showed you last week, which is the Halloween variant. This is the Christmas version of that. It's a 75% wool, 25% polyamide blend. You get 448 yards on one of these skeins. And this yarn gives you a relatively short color change, so almost print colors or very, very thin stripes. And it comes in an assortment of jolly Christmassy colors. Maybe we can show the colors, Matt? there they are. So it comes in an assortment of these really fun, jolly colors. Some of them more Christmassy than others. So I would say some of them, like if you look at this red and orange one, this is kind of like the fire in a fireplace. I was like, why am I struggling with the word for where you put the fire? Fireplace. So really just a lovely warm and wintry blend. This one is the ice cold storm raging outside while you sit in front of this fire. So not necessarily limited to Christmas colors, but also wintry delight. Recommended hooker needle size is a 3 to 3.5 millimeter. It is a sock weight yarn, and one pair is enough for a pair of socks up to sort of a size 10 US or size 42, 41 European. This is our Jolly sock wool, and we do have 2 more sock wool variants that we've also had in past years. So we have our Christmas sock wool and our Christmas sock wool glitter. These come in 3 different colors, a really lovely assortment, and the difference between them is primarily the color palette. On the Christmas sock wool, the color changes are, in my opinion, a tiny little bit longer, although not by a lot, and you again get these lovely Christmassy stripes. It is the same kind of blend. It's a 75% wool, 25% polyamide blend, also a sock weight yarn, and you need 2.5 to 3 millimeter hooker needles to work it up. We, in addition, have the Christmas sock wool glitter, which is the same yarn, but with a glitter thread. So it comes in the same colors, just with a little bit of glitter added to it for a little bit of extra festiveness to them. I sadly don't have the yarns here, otherwise I would love to show them to you, but we didn't apparently get them for the studio this year. This next one we also don't have in the studio, but it is a color pack of our Friends wool. So those of you who know and love our Friends wool will be familiar with this yarn. It's a 100% wool yarn, and it comes in a pack of 5. So you get 5 skeins in this pre-assorted Christmassy color range. All of these are Friends colors, meaning that these correspond to the Friends cotton yarns that I showed you earlier. You can also mix and match them with our regular Friends color palette. So the Christmas Friends wool is just a pack of 5 skeins of beautiful 100% wool yarn. It's 109 yards or 100 meters per skein. You get 6 of them, and we recommend that you hand wash this yarn because this yarn you can actually use to felt. So if you machine wash it, you are very likely to get it felted up. For the Friends wool, I will say it is a 100% wool yarn, and while it is not the scratchiest wool out there, it is definitely woolly. So if you're very, very sensitive, again, this might be a great choice still for something like an outer layer, for a vest, but maybe not so great for something that sits on your skin very tightly the whole time. If you're not sensitive at all, I personally really love Friends wool and really love wearing it as well, so I find it to be super cozy. Just wanted to put that little disclaimer out there because I know it's a little bit difficult. Katrina's asking regular wool or superwash? Regular wool, so it's feltable. So those were our sock and wool yarns. I'm very sorry that I only had a small portion. Oh, I saw Katrina's comment, and she must have commented right before I said that it's feltable, because her next comment is, oh, never mind, yeah, if it's feltable. I know that because I see the chat on a slight lag, so I will say something and then sometimes about a minute or 30 seconds later I will see the comments coming up. So it can sometimes happen that I'll say something, see a question, and then repeat myself because I forget that you've already heard me say this by the time I see your comment. The next round of yarns is all of our cakes and acrylics, and we do actually have quite a lot of awesome cake yarns here. Do we not have any Horizon?
Nope.
But you know what we have? Can you pass me that, the swatch?
Oh, this?
Oh yeah, never mind. It's fine. Thank you. No, actually the swatches are great. I will still show them. But I was thinking, like, do we have maybe swatches of the yarns back there?
I think they have left with the ship.
Oh well.
Oh well.
That's what happens when you move studio. It's a little bit of, we're still getting used to the new, well, we're not getting used to the new studio. We're used to the new studio. It's just that our yarn storage obviously had to move with us. And that has never quite been fixed, which is why I'm very sure that we actually probably have most of the yarns. I can't show you now because I don't have them here. Somewhere in a box, somewhere in that storage. It's just that they've been very hard to find. But we've got the cake yarns coming up next. And so the first one is the one that I've got right here, which is the Christmas candy cake. I showed you the Halloween candy cakes last week. These are the same type of yarn, except they are Christmassy in color. So what we've got here is a 100% acrylic cake with 590 yards of yarn. It is a DK, a light DK or sport weight cake with a recommended hook or needle size of a 3.5 to 4.5 millimeters. This, if you look at it, you'll see is a slightly fluffier acrylic yarn. And I sadly don't have any Horizon Christmas to show you in comparison. I would have loved to show you the comparison between the two because they're both acrylic cakes with blocky stripes, so kind of similar to each other. Horizon has a smoother surface and a lot more intense colors. So Horizon is a great option if you want something super, super smooth and you want something that really, really has bright colors. And then the candy cake is great if you still want, they're still fairly bright, they're just a little bit more muted and they're not as shiny and smooth and instead a little bit fluffier. This one also, if you kind of touch it, will have a little bit more resistance on the surface, where Horizon is just super, super slippery. So just to give you a comparison of the two next to each other, since I can't hold them up next to each other, that is kind of where they're at. And for the candy cake here, you can see what the stripes will look like. So you get these really clear stripes. You get a little bit of bleed through sometimes between the colors, but overall just block, block, block. So unlike the Sultan, for instance, or unlike the Wheel of Alpaca, which we're going to talk about a little bit later, where the gradient is very, very soft and gradual and flows into each other, here you just get end of one color, beginning of the next. Let's go. These are really nice for anything from a cozy sweater, a vest, a scarf, a beanie. You could make mittens out of these, you could make leg warmers, you could make a nice blanket. So great for everyone looking for a nice acrylic cake to get crafting with. I can see Vicky is saying, I made my granddaughter a beautiful blanket with this gorgeous yarn. And Eleanor is asking if I would recommend this for socks. Not really, simply because there is no elastic in it. It is just 100% acrylic, so unlike a sock yarn which has the blend of the wool and the polyamide, I think this is going to lack elasticity a little bit, which will also make it a little less durable when worn as socks. If you're making something like kind of house socks out of this, or couch socks, so just to keep your feet warm, not ready to walk on, I would say go ahead. But if you want them to be worn a lot, then I would say go for something that is more of a classic sock blend. Otherwise, I think these would be walked through quite fast. And also, it is quite a thick thread. So also your stitches, depending on how you make them, might not be super comfortable to walk on. So this is the Christmas candy cake, which also comes in a few different lovely colors. We also have the...
Do you want to show the use gallery for Horizon to show how it looks?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
It's... Wait, yeah, I do. Because it's in the script.
Yeah.
Oh.
There it is.
Sorry. I don't have Horizon in the studio, but I do have some user gallery pics that I picked out. So we've got Jody with that cute vest, and also Laura who made a cute vest. You will see a pattern, there were a lot of vests. Also, Bobby made this super cute sweater. If you check the user gallery for Horizon Christmas, you will actually see that the vast majority of projects there is hexagon cardigans and vests. which I absolutely loved. I thought it looked really, really cozy. And that is another great way that you can use these kind of blocky stripes, because Horizon also gives you these blocky stripes as well. It's a really nice way to use it if you make something like a hexagon cardigan, because then you can, you know, keep going, keep going, keep going, and the color just changes. So you have something that has really nice stripes, and you don't have 5 million ends that you need to weave in. You just keep going. Eleanor is saying, what if they're allergic to cotton and wool? Again, I would recommend going for a sock blend yarn, which they also exist with just acrylic, they exist with viscose. We sadly don't have any. We, in terms of sock yarns that I would recommend for socks, only have a cotton, polyamide polyester blend and a few different wool and polyamide blends. But there are non-cotton, non-wool sock yarns out there, just sadly not from us. And then, yeah, you can also make socks out of, you can make socks out of pretty much everything. I just think that in terms of how long will you happily wear these socks for, it'll be a little less long for a yarn like the candy cake. You can make socks out of anything, pretty much. It's just a matter of, yeah, how durable will they be? So, we do have some more cakes. More specifically, the next one I have for you is another kind of variety of a classic beloved yarn, and it is Tea Time Christmas. And I actually found this swatch, which I really liked, so I can actually show you a little swatch in real life as well from it that is currently still on the needles. I think Katrina from our content team probably knitted this in order to be able to show people what it looks knitted, but this is Tea Time. Many of you will know it as one of our beloved acrylic cake yarns. Tea Time also has a nice color flow, but where Candy Cake or Horizon will give you blocky stripes, Tea Time will give you very short stripes and a very gentle organic change, because as you can see here, the colors are constantly winding and twisting into each other. So while you still get an overall stripy result, as seen here, it will be a lot more gentle and a lot less blocky than the other yarns. Tea Time gives you 635 yards of beautiful yarn. It's 100% acrylic. It's washable. We recommend the hand wash cycle, so low spinning, and recommended hook or needle size is a 4.5 to 5.5. It is on the very, very low end of a worsted weight yarn, so it's kind of almost a DK, somewhere in between that. It is a really great yarn for all of you who love something super, super cozy. It also has a slightly organic texture to it because it is spun, sometimes a lot tighter and sometimes a lot looser. I think with the higher contrast though it shows up a little bit better. So you will get bits of thread that are significantly thicker and significantly thinner all on the same cake as you go on and on, giving it a really nice organic texture. So it still looks very nice and handmade. I mean, it is handmade, but it looks really nice and organic with this yarn. So that is Tea Time Christmas, which also comes in a few different beautiful colors. We've got this blue variety, which is the one that I showed you the swatch of. We've got a green variety, which is the one I showed you here as well. Very mossy, I think. We've got the kind of spice blend of Christmas right there. And we have this gorgeous red and, again, kind of fireplace color as well.
Called the same as the last one, gingerbread.
Gingerbread. That's nice. Someone asking if we have a sample of the green. And yes, we do. Ta-da! There you go. It is this very beautiful mossy green stripe look. I think this looks kind of like a deep, deep, deep forest, somewhere where it's very like wet climate. So this is the Tea Time Christmas. What's the color called? The green? Is it called Christmas tree or something like that? Christmas tree! Hey! What's the blue one called? Is it called Snowflake? Winter Wonderland. Okay. It's like guessing
Close enough.
guessing yarn names with Louisa. Back in the day, I used to do a lot of quiz time questions where I would do like which of these is a color name or which of these is not a color name. So I would have to come up with like fake color names, and it was really fun. I actually discovered I really liked doing it. Matt, could I trouble you for some water? Thank you very much.
There you go.
Donna is saying thank you. Now I want 1,000,000 of all the colors. I love that our Christmas palette is fairly limited. We usually have somewhere between 5 and 6 varieties on each of these products, just because we also do have its own separate Halloween collection. And then for most of these yarns, for instance, for Tea Time, we also already have the regular color palette of the yarn anyways. But I also love how every year the colors come out and I just sit there and I'm like, I want that and I want that and I want that. Even though there's only a limited number. Our next yarn is one that last year I was a bit sad because it sold out in the color that I wanted before I got my hands on it. And then this year I don't know if I'll have time to actually use it, so I'm still hesitating to order, which is stupid because then it'll be sold out again and I'll be sad again. Because what I have next for you is actually our Wheel of Alpaca. And we have that in 2 different Christmas varieties. We have the Wheel of Alpaca Christmas Glitter, which is the one I'm currently holding. I will show you close up. So as you can see here, it is our normal beautiful Wheel of Alpaca, which is an acrylic alpaca blend. You get 80% acrylic, 20% alpaca. And then it has a polyester thread worked into it as well. And so it glitters. This particular one always makes me, again, kind of think of being out in the cold and then coming into where it's warm. I just think it looks super, super cozy. You get 1,028 yards. So you get a little over 1,000 yards on one of these cakes. It is a DK or light worsted weight yarn with a recommended hooker needle size of 3.5 to 4.5 and works up like a dream. You get these, again, very gradual changes where one ply of the thread essentially changes color, similar to how Sultan's color change is made. And then you can... so then, yeah, you get like a similar color change to what you would get on the Sultan as well, where it's very, very gradual and very, very soft. We do also have the regular Wheel of Alpaca, except we don't have it here, which is the same yarn, just without the glitter thread. So same yardage, just over 1,000 yards. And this is the color that I really wanted last year, and that sold out before I could get my hands on it. I think it looks a bit like Elsa from Frozen. It's called Snowflake, but I think this is, to me, is the Elsa yarn. And as you can see here, it has a lovely silver glitter thread. Like I said, this either comes in the glitter version with the thread, or it comes in the regular Christmas version without the glitter. We have 4 colors in each. It's these 4. And it is a super soft dream to work with. We do recommend that you hand wash this yarn, and this is a great recommendation also for people who feel like they might be a little bit sensitive. It is only 20% alpaca anyway, but the alpaca just makes it super fluffy, very warm, and super cozy. So it is a lovely soft yarn with a little bit of fluff for all of you. This runs for a little over 1,000 yards, which means that if you're making something like a shawl, you're only going to need one. You're only going to need one for a nice shawl. You could also make, I think, a small blanket with just one. If you're looking at something like a sweater or hexagon cardigan, 2 should be enough. So it goes and goes and goes, and you can make lovely, lovely projects with just one of them if you would like. Do you pull from middle or outside, asks Kimberly. That is up to you. I do think that, yes, they do come with the Easy Start. So the center pull is marked with a little tab when you buy it, meaning you can very easily start from the middle if you would like to. As with every cake, it's just important that if you are working from the middle out, make sure you kind of protect your center and kind of give it a little bit of support so it doesn't fall in on itself. We do have some lovely examples of what these yarns look like when used up. Someone asked for a swatch. I don't have a swatch here, but you can check out some of these projects. So Molly, for instance, made this beautiful, beautiful scarf, shawl out of the yarn. We've also here got the blue variety by Nita worked up. We also have this beautiful hexagon cardigan by Joyce, and this cute little Christmas tree skirt by Lori. So you can see what the different colors look like when used up. And they come in either the glitter or without glitter, so you can obviously freely choose which one of those you would like. So that was our Wheel of Alpaca Christmas and Christmas glitter. These product titles are so long because all of them then also get limited edition tag to the end of them, because of course all of our Christmas and Halloween and seasonal yarns are limited editions, which just means that if you look at the product name there, and so every time I look and I look at the notes, it's just Wheel of Alpaca Christmas Glitter Limited Edition, which is just very, very long. Kristen is asking, do the glitter and non-glitter versions have the same yards per cake? Yes. They are the same yardage per cake. It is the same yarn. One of them just has a polyester thread wrapped around it and the other does not. That is where they differ. So it is, at the end of the day, the same yarn. So these beautiful cakes can be yours. And while it is not working right now, we will get Happy 20 working for you super, super soon so that you can all grab them with the 20% discount. We do have another multi-pack of yarn that, oh, we do have here. Nice. That I quickly wanted to show you, and it is our acrylic color pack. So it comes in essentially the same colors or similar colors as the wool pack that we had earlier. This gives you 5 beautiful skeins of a nice soft 100% acrylic yarn. So if you're saying, love the idea of the Christmas colors, but I want to mix and match them myself, I don't just want blocky stripes, I don't want to be limited in the size of the stripes like I am with these pre-striped yarns, then we do also have this color pack as an option for you to work up your own projects with it. It's a light or light worsted weight yarn with a recommended hook or needle size of 4 to 5 millimeters. These are 5 skeins, 380 yards each, and it can be machine washed at low temperature. So a easy, versatile yarn comes in a pack of 5. So if you're still looking for some simple Christmas acrylic, we've got you. This is the Christmas acrylic color pack. Limited edition. These long titles, man. It is also part of today's show. I'm gonna quickly move on to the patterns because we're running very low on time and I've been talking for a really long time. There's so many yarns. We still have 3 more yarns to go, I think. So there's still a lot happening. I do have some more patterns that I wanted to share with you. And this second set of patterns are all of the decorative items that you can make. Here, for instance, is this beautiful, beautiful Fair Isle fancy dining set. It's a design by Katie Jones, and it just looks absolutely amazing. If you've ever wanted to try Fair Isle knitting, this is your sign to do it, and to do it in bold colors, to do it as bright as you can. This is the Fair Isle Fancy Dining Set by Katie Jones. The pattern is available for free. All of the patterns I'm showing you today are. This next pattern I put in because this is something that I specifically would like to make this year. It's a Christmas tree skirt. This is a crocheted Christmas tree skirt. It's crocheted in our ribbon yarn, and it is a lovely project that you can, make. I mean, a Christmas tree skirt, you only really need one, right? Because you use it every year. But I, kind of have it on my list for this year that is something I need to make.
It's also kind of perfect that the Danish flag fits the Christmas theme very well.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It does indeed. I hadn't even noticed that, red and white, or what you see here on the tree's even decorated with tiny Danish flags. And one of the presents is also wrapped like the Danish flag, which is very funny. It's also very Danish. The Danes love putting their flag up as kind of a sign of, we're celebrating, or of a just
birthdays.
isn't this cozy? Isn't this like it's kind of
Yeah.
like it's like very hygge. It's like yeah, let's just put up the flag,
Yeah.
which I think is very cute.
We also like put it outside our lawns and driveways whenever
Yeah.
there's a birthday or something.
Yeah.
It's a little bit much, but here we have another thing.
We do. So this one is again a design by Katie Jones. It's from the same kind of design line as the dining set I just showed you. This is the Sweet Treat Christmas Stocking. So it's another Fair Isle design, again, for those of you who maybe want to try that. It is a lot of work. It is a lot of colors. It is a lot of ends, but man, does it look beautiful. Yeah, look at that inside. Look at that backside. That is so intricate and so like well designed. The Sweet Treat Christmas Stocking by Katie Jones. We also have this super cool stocking. This is another knit project. This is the Jumbo Tweed Stocking, a giant and unique Christmas stocking that you can keep for many years to come. I think it looks so cool. I like that this one, compared to the other one, has these very muted colors. So we have kind of a design for those of you who want to go all out bright colors. Here's something that's a little bit more muted. You can, of course, make a lot of these patterns using the Christmas yarn line that we have, in which case it would be kind of these more classically Christmas colors. And we do have some more beautiful designs for ornaments as well. This is the Christmas pudding ornament. I actually have it sitting behind me. I don't think you could really see it in the background, so I'm going to pull it up here. This is a beautiful knitted ornament in the shape of a Christmas pudding. And I have to my great shame, admit that I don't quite know what exactly a Christmas pudding is. I've heard the word used many times. I just don't quite know what a Christmas pudding is exactly. I assume it's a Christmas dessert, but I don't quite know. So here we have a knitted version of a Christmas pudding ornament. I think it looks super cute. But it's very funny because I'm always a little bit unsure what exactly a Christmas pudding is.
Are those cranberries?
Or lingonberries?
Yeah. Who knows? We don't know. We never will know either.
I'm not checking the I'm not checking the chat because someone is going to educate us, Matt. This is the final little decoration that I'm going to show you today. It's a beginner-friendly crochet pattern for this simple little star, and it is made in chenille yarn, and it's a great little segue because the next yarns I'm going to show you are chenille yarns. The Wandering Star decoration, a super simple crochet design, a great way to get rid of leftover yarn. You can of course make this in any yarn that you might still have. It's a great stash buster, so if you just have a handful of threads lying around, you could make that. It's kind of like a steamed bread pudding, plum pudding. American definition is very different of pudding, yes. So this is another added thing, and I mean this I know. So I know that the UK pudding or the English pudding and what I think of as pudding are not the same thing, because when I think pudding, I think of essentially a vanilla or chocolate flavored jelly, kind of. That for me is pudding, right? And so I know that like bread pudding and these things are different, but specifically Christmas pudding, I'm just kind of interested what it is. And I think of it as a very English thing, personally.
Very British to like pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's also... Is this also a thing, again, for the English people watching or the British Isles people watching? Do you also kind of use the word pudding to just mean dessert? Sort of like, what are we having for pudding today? Or is that not a thing? Because I know that depending on where you're from in the country, you will say tea instead of dinner. So now I'm curious if you also say pudding instead of dessert. Depending on where you're from. Maybe that's also a very local, regional thing. So Sharon is saying jelly, ew. I mean, I also don't like pudding, so I'll say it. I like what Germans think of as pudding, I don't like. Yeah, it's kind of like Jell-O, but not quite Jell-O. It's a bit creamier and stuff, but it's the same. Jell-O in German is called Wackelpudding, which means shaking pudding, because it
makes sense.
Like if you slap it, it shakes.
Exactly.
Pudding in UK is dessert. There's always room for pudding. Okay, so that is a thing where you can... and then Jax is saying Christmas pudding is a cake that is steamed. So it's essentially a steamed cake. Okay, that's interesting. UK pudding and US pudding are very different. Sticky toffee pudding. Pudding can also just mean dessert. Okay, cool. I'm glad I knew that at least. Christmas pudding is like a fancy steamed cake. Not gonna lie, that actually sounds quite delightful. That sounds better to me than just a creamy jello-y pudding. I've never met a sweet I don't like, says Mary. Oh, I have. Marzipan. I am a lover in many ways, but when it comes to marzipan, I am a hater.
Yeah.
Maybe more like a custard texture than jello. Yes, to be fair, yes. Yes. It's not quite jelly, it's more custardy, but I also don't like custard, so. Another sweet I don't like. See, this is now just turning into a very long list of sweets Louisa doesn't like. Rice porridge is another one. I don't even know if rice porridge is a thing, like, outside of, like, the Nordics and Germany, but in German it's called Milchreis. I do not like it. It was my sister's favorite, and so every few weeks we would get it for lunch because she really liked it. And then I would always just be sitting there like...
The best thing on the Christmas table is pickled cucumber.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Also something I didn't eat until very recently.
It's good, right?
Yeah, I got over it at some point, and now I don't mind pickles. It's still not my favorite. It also... I don't see why it would be on the Christmas table. Danes also...
Oh, but it's
I'm
not pickles.
so sorry to say, but Danes, like the fleske, whatever it's called.
Flæskesvær, yeah. What about
It's not a great Christmas dinner, let's be honest.
I'm more for the duck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duck is good.
But that's also, like, tradition.
I'm like, put candy corn on top. I detest candy corn. I love seeing people talking about which candies they like, which
What's
candies
the
they
flavor of candy
dislike.
corn? I've never seen it before.
It's just very sugary. It's kind of like fondant, I think. I might be completely wrong and misremembering it. Fondant, another sweet thing I don't like. Don't like it.
There you go.
Don't like when people put it on cakes. Anytime I watch a cake decorating video, the second the fondant comes out, I scroll because not interested. I want you to use buttercream or variations of that. I don't want fondant.
And no, it's not just a pickle. It's a very different slice type of pickle. Asia is called.
It is kind of that thing where, yeah, because there's different ways of pickling, and one pickle is not the same as the other.
It's a very specific type of pickle.
It's a Christmas pickle.
There you go.
And then it turns out candy corn has a lot of haters, and so does fondant. I feel very, very vindicated right now.
People are asking you if you like tiramisu.
Yes. I do.
I mean, who doesn't, really?
I love tiramisu.
It's
I really like coffee-flavored things in general, and tiramisu. Although... 2 years ago, Hobbii Christmas party or New Year's party, they had tiramisu for dessert. So disappointing. It was watery. Like you would eat it and it just didn't taste of anything, and then it was just very soggy. Not good. Not great. Don't love it. I love creme brulee. Yes. Creme brulee, creme catalan. And I don't really like egg, but I will eat any kind of like also flan and stuff like that. I'll eat all of those, which are kind of puddingy if we're thinking about it, but not really. Anyways, here's some chenille yarn. We have 3 final yarns in our selection. And again, I only have one of them here, so we're going to run through them pretty quickly. They're all polyester chenille yarns, and they're all from our Honey Bunny family. So this is our Honey Bunny Candy Christmas, which is the one I have here. And like with the Halloween one last week, it has those little nubs that are basically just an additional thread wrapped around the original yarn. So with the chenille yarns, the base yarn is going to be the same. It's always our Honey Bunny underneath. It's essentially Honey Bunny wearing 3 different hats, Christmas hats. So this one is the candy variety where you get the little nubs sticking out. So this is just wrapped around, and as the chenille yarn is so fluffy, this thread just sinks into it so you don't even see it. And so on the surface, all you're going to get is these little nubs with little pops of color. On one of these skeins, You will get 130 yards. It is a nice bulky yarn. Recommended hook or needle size varies greatly depending on your project. For amigurumi, it's as low as a 5. For anything like clothing, it can go as high as a 10. So it really depends on what you're making with this yarn. Check your gauge, double check, and have fun working with it. It is machine washable at medium temperature, so easy to take care of. And we have the Honey Bunny candy in, I think, these 3 colors. 4 colors. We have a white one as well that I don't have in the studio. Matt's pulling it up for you there. We also have our Honey Bunny Christmas, which is a striped Honey Bunny, or essentially a print Honey Bunny. So there you have this lovely stripy yarn. So you get these 3 different colors. You get either red, green, and white, red and green, or white and red. And finally, we also have the Honey Bunny Glitter Christmas Edition, which has 4 colors, again, with some beautiful glitter. I wish we had it in the studio, but we do not. For those of you who do know Honey Bunny Shine, this is Honey Bunny Christmas Glitter. So it is almost the same. The key difference here is that I believe the glitter on the Honey Bunny Glitter is gold. Can you go up real quick? Nope, back down to the description. There we are. I just want to check if it says if it's gold or silver. Doesn't, so that would actually be really good to know. Golden glitters. It is golden glitters. I was correct. So just good for you to know if you normally like working with the Honey Bunny Shine, which has a silvery glitter. The Honey Bunny Christmas Glitter has a golden shine, and it comes in 3 colors. It comes in white, red, and green. So these are the lovely, lovely chenille yarns that we have for you. I'm very sorry to say that I didn't have the other 2 in the studio. I only have these. But if you're a fan of our Honey Bunny line, then these are just the Christmassy versions of that. I could really see these being used for some super cute Christmas decor. I could see these as cute little Christmas plushies, as maybe you could make like a little crocheted Christmas tree cushion out of this, for instance, and then work with that. I know for things, I think it was Jody last year who uploaded a picture for the striped version of the Honey Bunny Christmas, where it was just a giant candy cane, because that's obviously the exact colors that you want. Pauline's asking if Honey Bunny can be used to make clothing. Yes, it can. It is a little, it will fluff a little bit in the beginning, so you will find a little bit of fluff on your clothing, and it is very chunky. But if you are into that style and look, we do actually even have some patterns for hexagon cardigans made in this yarn. You could also use it for a nice chunky vest. I know Nicola last year made a lot of scarves out of this yarn, so yes, you can definitely also turn it into something like that. And Karen was asking if the pattern I showed you earlier is on the Hobbii site. Yes, it is. One big tip, if you can't find the landing page for some reason, if you go onto our regular website and you go to patterns, you can actually look specifically for holiday patterns. So you can specifically look patterns, and then under the different types, it'll give you, I think, seasons and holidays, and then you can look up Christmas patterns. I only showed you a handful. We have way more. We also have like these ornaments that we've used to decorate the studio, for instance, is another really cute Christmas pattern that I didn't include this week. So we do have a lot more than just the ones I put in the selection, but yeah, you can definitely find them there. And this is what the page looks like. You can see all the different yarns. I know that the countdown is broken for a lot of you. We will see about fixing that.
And we'll also see about fixing
soon, and of course we will focus on fixing the code, because I want you to get it as promised, 20%, including on top of the bulk discount. So we will work out how to make that happen ASAP, and I really, really apologize for the inconvenience. We do, as a big, big thank you for all of you sticking around until the very end, have our final giveaway of the night. This time we'll be giving away a gift card worth $50 or equivalent in your currency. And please, to participate, type our secret code word in the chat, which is #HoHoHo.
B.
B. Don't add the B. It's just hashtag ho ho ho, the way it's spelled above. For those of you who haven't gotten our messenger updates, you should be getting one after the stream. You should be getting a little follow-up message, definitely. And Matt is also going to repost the link in the chat. You can also find the link on the video description as well. But now make sure to type hashtag ho 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 in the chat for your chance to win a gift card worth $50 or equivalent in your currency if you shop from a different country. Hashtag ho ho ho, because Christmas is coming early this year. It's in September. Tune in again next week. Next week is going to be our big mega end of the month sale. So we'll have some extra big offers. We'll have some extra big giveaways. It'll just be bigger, better, and grander than ever. So to do a little send off for September, tune in next week. And on Thursday you can join Maddie Matt here for a quiz time episode where he will quiz you on all things yarn, other trivia, fun facts. Yeah. It's not going to be Christmassy. No. We can guarantee that. So join him there. We're now going to find our final winner. And who is it gonna be? Who can look forward to getting the gift card? Boo, boo, boo.
All I want for
Christmas is finding a winner.
Yay.
It's Maria C.D. Maria! Congratulations! You are the final winner of the night. You can look forward to getting a gift card worth $50 or equivalent in your currency. And all you gotta go do is send us an email to live@hobbii.com. We go through the inbox at the very end of the week, usually on Friday, so you will get the code sent to you then. Maria and our other winners, congratulations. Do remember to send us an email, include where it is that you're shopping from, and congrats.
Congrats.
Everyone, thank you so very much for joining us today. I'm sorry there have been all these issues with the code not working. I will look into it now, and I will fix it ASAP. I will extend the code so that it is valid 24 hours from when I fixed it, so you don't have to hurry up too much with grabbing all of these beautiful, beautiful Christmas yarns. I hope that you got inspired for some Christmassy crafting now, and that you are getting slowly into the festive spirit. I know it's September. I know we've still got quite a while to go before it's Christmas time, but it never hurts to start. No, and Matt, can you scroll up in the chat real quick for a little bit there? Amanda was like, my mother-in-law has a Christmas pillow that says ho ho ho, which she had out in front of her house, but from the street all you could see is the one ho.
Ho.
You know, it's maybe people assumed that the second half of it was home. Let's assume that it did. Thank you all for joining us today, and Merry Christmas, everyone. I'll see you next week for our big end of the month live special extravaganza mega event. Until then, take care, have a great rest of your week, and talk to you very soon. Bye!